Literally, I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to be better next time. It's going to be only two speeding tickets for me.
Well, what you can do is you can kind of set a calendar alarm for every 18 months, and then you're like, now I can drive fast because I know I'm going to know all the answers. It'll be easy.
Honestly, that's a great idea because
Strategy.
I need to be thinking more on that level where I'm like, okay, I have like 16 months now. Like I need to just chill out,
chill.
just drive so carefully, so slow,
Yes.
just in between all of the speed limits.
She has shared the stage with Chris Stapleton, Josh Turner, Scotty McCreery, just to name a few. She has a new college degree and a new album out right now. Liddy Clark is here. What's up, girl?
Oh my gosh, so much is up.
So much is up.
Just
Okay.
releasing an album.
I know.
Casual.
So you have a new album. This is exciting. Tell me all about the album, all the things that are happening, your favorite songs, all those things.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so yes, Made Me came out on March 17th at St. Patrick's Day, which is very exciting. You know, a little bit of Irish girl over here.
Yes.
So that was, just for a little bit of luck. It's always good to put out an album on St. Patrick's Day.
Of course.
But yeah, I've been working on this album for basically my entire career. This is my debut album. This is something that I've been working towards for a really long time, and I'm so excited just to finally put it out and finally have kind of the whole complete work of piece of art that I'm putting out to people. And this isn't just like one side of me and like a single. This is like kind of a whole picture of like who I've been and who's, like the songs that have made me over the past couple of years.
I was going to say, so that's kind of the theme.
Yeah, 100%. That's why the album is called Made Me.
Made Me. Okay, good.
Yeah.
And so debut album, you've been a little bit busy doing school. Just a little bit. Tell us about your school experience and what new degree you have.
Yes. So I recently graduated from USC. I got a music industry degree over there. It was super exciting and just such a wonderful experience, honestly, because it's kind of like the perfect size school for me where you saw people that you knew, but you were also kind of able to expand and grow and see other different talented folks out there. And just the music program out there in general is absolutely wonderful, absolutely incredible, just seeing all of the talent that's there and super inspirational. And I think honestly, it's also made me a bit into the person I am today. I loved my time at USC. I loved our football team for a little bit. We were all right for a couple of seasons, and then we fell off a little bit there, but we're coming back. We're coming back.
Coming back. She's making predictions right now.
I'm not making any bets or anything, but I'm feeling all right about this next year. It could be okay.
Now, when you lived there, are you from there or did you just go there for college?
No, so I just went there for college, and I still live out in LA. I've been there for, about 6 years now. And so I actually grew up in South Florida mostly, and I, went to elementary school, middle school, high school, all that stuff out there. And then I moved out to California for college. And yeah, it's been a crazy experience, even just kind of going from one coast to another, and really just a super big kind of change in, lifestyle and pace on the West Coast.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yes.
I love it though. I'm definitely, a little bit in love with the West Coast. So,
yes, it's quite nice. It is quite nice.
It's gorgeous. I love it.
Now, when you were younger, at what point did you say, okay, this is it. I want to do music, and I'm going to go and I'm going to get the degree and I'm going to do all the things?
Yeah, so I think I've always known that I wanted to go to college just because I really value school and learning and education, and it's something that I never really want to stop doing. I never want to stop learning things. I feel like that's one of the most exciting things about life is learning and growing and getting better and more exciting things. But I think the moment I knew that music was something I wanted to pursue and that songwriting was really something that was so important to me, I was 12, 13 years old. I had grown up doing a lot of kind of, Broadway sort of camps and stuff and shows at my elementary school and all that good stuff. I think I played Annie 3 times or something.
Was it just the red hair, right?
No, it had to have played at least some part in it. I remember I got my hair permed at one point, real curly up against my head. It's a picture, let me tell you.
Committed to the role, right there.
Absolutely, 100%. I will go to the extreme to commit myself to what I say I will do. But yeah, I was 12, 13 years old, and I had been doing Broadway sort of style musical theater for a while, but I started listening to country music again, because I'm originally from Texas, but my whole family's out there and they're all very involved in country music. But I started listening to it while I was driving to school or, carpooling to school, which was like 45 minutes away for me. And so I just kind of got back into it, and it was really exciting. And I had written a couple of songs before, but this was the moment when, I decided I wanted to pick up a guitar. And I decided, if I'm gonna, have a guitar, I might as well try and learn how to write songs and try and really learn, how the intricacies and everything that, goes into it works. And yeah, it was really then that, I started writing my own songs, and we, kind of made things happen as far as, my vocal coach was helping me co-write songs, and I found a couple of local venues to perform at, and then I started performing with a band, and then it just kind of snowballed from there, essentially. And I think there is no doubt in my mind that I was going to go to school for anything but music. So
there you go. So you knew really, really young.
Yeah.
So what were do you have some favorites that were kind of your inspirations where you're like, okay, that's somebody I like their style and I'd like to do something like that?
Yeah, so I feel like I definitely go through phases of musical artists as well, where I'll be obsessed with one artist for a really long time and just only listen to their music. Yeah, I think one of the biggest ones for me growing up was Taylor Swift, of course. She's an icon. She's a trailblazer. She is that girl. She is Taylor Swift.
Yes.
And I went to all of her tours growing up, and I think just something about the theatricality of her live performances, and obviously her songwriting is incredible and absolutely just so unique, and that was super inspiring to me. And then the next artist that was super inspirational is kind of interesting just because he's one of her ex-boyfriends. But I was a really big John Mayer fan for a really long time. I still am. Yes. I think his music's absolutely incredible, and his lyricism and his guitar playing skills, of course, his musicality is wonderful. And I really got into him when I did a couple of Berklee College of Music summer programs when I was growing up, 15 to 17 years old, kind of in my youth, you could say.
Yes, the youth, yes.
Am I still in my youth? Who knows?
Yes.
But
I know from experience, yes, you are.
And I love to hear it every time. It makes me feel better. But so that was super formative years of my life. And everyone praises John Mayer over at Berklee because they're
sure.
oh, he went here. And it's he went here for a semester and then he dropped out. But
doesn't matter.
It's fine. He still went here at some point. And so that was where I started listening to his music more and really got into kind of the more deep, introspective kind of style of songwriting. And it became really therapeutic for me at that point because it's a lot of I journal every day now still, but even just writing songs and especially with all the emotions I feel I go through. I'm a very emotional person. I feel things very outwardly and very openly, and so getting to kind of sift through all that through writing and figuring out exactly how it makes sense in my mind is where it really all comes from for me for songwriting.
It's all storytelling. It's all therapy as far as I'm concerned. Whether you're writing it, listening to it, especially country music. I mean, there's so much power in country music with the storytelling and the emotion that you bring to it. So I'm so glad you're in our country genre. You're kind of you got a little bit of that pop sound to you too.
I do, yeah. So, no, it's interesting because I don't know. I feel as of lately, even just past 5-10 years, I think genre labels it's always important to know kind of what you're getting yourself into when you're going to listen to a new song. But I feel there are so many different genres that I listen to and take inspiration from, and that I kind of feel I want to represent in my music because there's so much good music out there, and it's all part of my personality. It's all part of what's made me, and so. I definitely toe the line between a couple of different things with, country and pop and indie and singer-songwriter. And it's all just kind of a big, mishmash of all of that good stuff and all of my favorite songs. And I absolutely love it. It really feels like it represents who I am as an artist.
It's the love and passion for music, right?
It is, 100%.
So who are you listening to right now? Who are you into right now?
Ooh, that's a good question. Recently, the two albums that just dropped that I'm really, really excited about were the Obviously, the Morgan Wallen album came out, which was
Obviously, because
I mean,
I was excited about it.
we all know the Morgan Wallen album came out.
Yes,
and so
everybody.
that was really cool to listen to. I think his songwriting is just so interesting.
Yes.
And like it's always I love the clever hooks and the turns that it takes throughout the song. It's like very classic country when it's like, you know, you have the song title, but then you flip it on its head.
Right.
That
Exactly.
That sort of concept. And then Gracie Abrams actually just put out an album, and she's more pop singer-songwriter, sad girly, and I am definitely also a little bit of a sad girly, and so in my music, you know, and so that was something that was super cool to listen to, and I think the lead singer of The National was the one who produced it, and it's you know, just really good stuff, and it makes me feel passionate about music when an artist is able to put out a project that's like really complete and really just like artistically unique.
Yes.
And I love that. I love finding new music.
And since you've studied it, you know she's an expert. You've got a degree, for God's sakes, you know?
It's true. I feel like I listen to music for a living at this point. So, yeah.
So do I. It's great.
No, it's the best. Absolutely.
It's such a good thing.
It is. It's wonderful.
Well, good. We're going to take a little break. And when we come back, we're going to play my world famous game, Truth or Truth, here at the Up and Country Studios in Nashville. And if you want to see Liddy Clark play an acoustic song, you can catch the link in the description, and you can watch that video there. So Truth or Truth when we come back.
It's Truth or Truth.
Okay, it's time to play Truth or Truth with Liddy Clark. Oh, you're ready.
I'm so ready.
Okay, she is ready. You're going to pick your question,
Okay.
and then just read it out loud.
I want it to be random. All right. Have you ever had a run-in with the law?
It's a good question, right?
It is a good question. I've had a lot of run-ins with the law, not like in a bad way, but
now it's story time. This is what I like.
Okay. I've gotten traffic tickets before. I've gotten a couple of speeding tickets, but it's good because I've only gotten 2 speeding tickets in my life.
Okay.
One of them was like 2 years ago, and it was, I was driving on a highway. I was going like a 75 and like a 65, and
Big deal.
cop pulled me over, and I was like, okay, it's fine. I could do like driving school. I didn't have to pay. Well, I did have to pay, but it didn't like go on my record. And then I got one like a couple of months ago, and I was like, oh shoot, this is gonna go on my record. And luckily, in the state of California, I know this, if you have more than 18 months between your 2 tickets, then you could just take driving school again. Even though I just took it like a couple of months ago, I'm like, okay, I already know all the answers.
Yeah, right? She's like, I'm going to ace this test. This is easy.
No, literally. I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to be better next time. It's going to be only two speeding tickets for me.
Well, what you can do is you can kind of set a calendar alarm for every 18 months, and then you're like, now I can drive fast because I know I'm going to know all the answers. It'll be easy.
Honestly, that's a great idea because
Strategy.
I need to be thinking more on that level where I'm like, okay, I have like 16 months now. Like I need to just chill out,
You just chill.
just drive so carefully, so slow,
Yes.
just in between all of the speed limits. That's the goal. 100%.
And then you just put that little reminder on your phone, and it goes ding, and then it's
like, okay, pedal to the floor. Let's go. Nah, I'm trying to be a better driver anyways. I'm not that good, but you know, live and you learn.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
You do live and learn.
You
Yes.
live and you learn. Sorry,
She's
Alanis Morissette. I'm thinking, so yeah. Exactly.
I like that. We should have you like do a song for each one too.
Oh no, literally, it's like song lyrics pop into my head, and I'm like,
Oh, there we go. Yay.
always. Classic.
Okay, I'll take that one.
Okay.
We'll do one more.
Okay.
We'll do 3 total.
Ooh. Sorry, I'm really digging in here. I'm like, I want to find like one in the middle, but like I want to mix it up a little bit.
There we go.
Ooh. What's the most bogus rumor you've ever heard about yourself? Interesting question. Huh.
Did you ever hear anything like there's like rumors going around, or like when you were in school that, you know, the mean girls were saying something and you're like, that's not true?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I definitely had, I don't know if this is like a rumor, but like I've had people like claim that they're like my cousins online on like Facebook, and they'll be like, look at my cousin doing this. And I'm like, oh, I don't think so, but.
Do you have 23 and me? I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, truth be told, my dad has 17 cousins. So like, if we're talking extended family, it could be true. I don't know. We have a large family. We're all from Texas. And so it's like, big family.
You're like, you'll claim them as long as they're not asking for tickets to the next show, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
As long as it's like, just proud of my achievements and
That's
just being
right.
like a proud family member. You know what? Even if we're not blood related, you can be my cousin. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, download the music,
Yes.
go listen to it on Spotify on repeat. That's how we do it, right?
Exactly. Pre-save.
Pre-save, man.
Literally. That's all it is these days. So yeah.
That's what it feels like sometimes, right?
Sarah, the grind never stops.
That's right.
The grind never
So-
stops.
So make sure you go find Liddy Clark right now.
So true.
Just saying. That's a little extra plug right there.
All
All right, one more.
right.
Trade you.
Okay. What was the greatest day of your life? Oh, that's such a sweet one. I love that. And I feel like I've honestly had a lot of really good days in my life, and I'm really blessed for that.
It wasn't the day she got the speeding ticket.
It was neither of
that
the
day.
days I got speeding tickets. But gosh, this is a hard one. I'm gonna take a second to think about this.
Musically or family or friends or
Exactly. Gosh.
a lot of different areas that you could go with that.
No, literally. I think musically speaking, which that's an easy one to remember, because a couple of years ago, I went up to the iHeartRadio studios up in New York City, and I got to go into the offices there, and they have like this amazing stage set up with like these high risers where like people can sit in the audience, and I played a session for them and like all of their like partners and everything, and it was like one of the coolest things I've ever done, and it's definitely like flashbulb memory for me.
Oh, yeah.
And not only was that like just such an incredible time, I also got to go to I think it's called Black Tap or something, where it was like right across the street. It's this burger and milkshake place that does like really insane milkshakes that has like, like a piece of cake on top or something.
Oh, okay.
Those very
fun.
Instagrammable
Yes.
ones. And I remember getting that afterwards and just feeling so content and happy. And I'm like, I just did a good show. I have a really cool milkshake in front of me. Like, could life get any better at this point? I don't know.
No.
This might be as good as it gets, and I think that's pretty good.
I think that's a pretty good topper for the day.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, I might have to go get a milkshake now. I don't know. Sounded kind of good.
Thinking about it now.
Okay.
100%.
Well, I want to thank you so much for being on the show, playing the game, wishing you all the best with the new album. Go find Liddy Clark on all of the music platforms and follow her on the socials and get the music today. Yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Right now. Right now.
Thanks for watching Up in Country. Be sure to like and subscribe and leave us a comment. We do new episodes every Tuesday, and be sure to follow Up in Country on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And you can follow me too at Sue Bonzell on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.